I mean, I was gonna do Meek Mill over explaining on the internet, which is
that's sitting right there for you.
But I thought that's what you were gonna do.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, yo, there's nothing wrong with the tag team. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo.
Wow.
I mean, listen, we do have to hit Meek on account of why are you explaining in detail to show that you're not gay? Because apparently, because he was mentioned in this new Diddy lawsuit, supposedly, we don't know what the details are they're suggesting about him, but they're making it sound like at least.
The accuser in the thing says that Diddy said. So a part of the lawsuit is this person saying that Diddy said that there was an act between Diddy and a rapper from Philadelphia who used to date Nicki Minaj.
Got it. So he was alleged.
He's alleging that Diddy told him something in his lawsuit. Not that Meek Mill has anything to do with any abuse that took place against this guy. He just felt like putting Meek's name in this paperwork.
And it's really about this unnamed quote unquote rapper. He's mentioned being on Diddy's yacht where they were allegedly seen with underage girls, sex workers, just but it's all he said, she said. And they describe him as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj.
And so then the internet's obviously start coming from Meek Mill yesterday of like, yo, answer. We need, we need answers.
That's right.
You got 24 hours to respond.
Right.
So thousands of unnamed people you don't know are screaming at you to give them an answer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And then he said, all right, I'm going to. And his attempt at answering was being like, I'm not gay. Let me explain how much I love having sex with women. And for that, you get the button.
No more.
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
Over explaining. But like, okay, so what do you do in this scenario where people are saying something about you that's untrue? You
know how your wife, if you're not cheating on your wife, and your wife says something to you like, I know you, when you were out, did you talk to, you go, oh, yeah, babe, that's exactly what happened. You joke about it because it's so ridiculous to suggest it. If you're a cheater, you might be, whoa, hold on now. No, last night I was out with my friends. I did this. Yo, calm down, bro. Why are you explaining so much?
Right.
You're doing, thou doth protesteth too much. And in Meek's case, I think he just got too excited and angered by the internet. And then Laura was reading me some of the things he was saying. I was like, my man, this
too far.
Yeah.
I think also he was triggered because I think he wants to beat up academics too.
Right. But what did academics do in this case?
Well, academics was the one who stirred the pot in the first place. Well, and let me just add on to this this lawsuit, this current one, that there's also been reports that 2 women have come forward saying they're falsely ID'd as underage in this current allegation against Diddy. So 2 women have alleged, according to Diddy's lawyers, have come forward because pictures of them were put in this lawsuit. And so, yeah. And
they were like, hey, we're not underage.
They were like, one of the ladies is like, yo, I'm 33. I have a child, and I don't want all my business out there. Like, yo, relax.
Wow, that's crazy. I will say this one from the producer dude, it does sound a little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Philanderous?
No.
Bogus?
No, but trying to take advantage of a situation. What's the
opportunistic?
Opportunistic. It does feel like that. That doesn't mean that some of the things he's alleging didn't happen. Obviously, at this point, if there's anything alleged about Diddy, it all is in play because of how much is out there and the payoff to Cassie. And for that, by the way, you got to hit the button because that now, no matter what gets said, it's always going to be a conversation about whether it's true.
Well, the court of public opinion, they're having a field day with this one. But what it does do, if this guy in this guy's suit, if it's this careless, where he's put people in the suit where there's, inaccuracies in what
there's
he's
nothing
alleging,
there.
Then it throws all of his allegations of what happened to him into a tailspin, and it loses credibility too.
Yeah, this one just does feel a little opportunistic. It happened last year. He was a producer on the project. There's a lot there that seems a little strange.
Well, but, and you know what? If this person at this point deserves a button. If there's women being named in this case as underage prostitutes, and they come out and say, no, I'm 33 and I'm a mom and I was just at a party.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You played yourself.
It's not helping. It's not what you want. Laura, what you got up today?
So this is so I feel like you can feel me on this one, Ebro, because we've gone to like with our kids to like, you know, art, like these art exhibitions, right? These immersive experiences.
Yeah,
we're
for
trying
sure.
To do something with the kids.
Laura, we love
They're
those.
fun.
We go to
I love those.
what's the place? Slime Arena,
Yeah, yeah.
Or took us to
slow-mo
some
slime museum.
Yeah, and you took us to some laser light show where I laid on the floor with Kenza and Issa for an hour and stared at the ceiling.
Right. Because, you know, especially when it's cold, you want something to do with your kids, right? After you run out of all the museums. So this experience is so crazy. So there was a Willy Wonka experience, and this is in the UK. So people paid a lot of money. The tickets are like, yo, guys, $50. They're not cheap to go to these things. But it's a pop-up attraction. So when families get there, it is the most bootleg, ridiculous thing. Like, it's supposed to be Willy Wonka, so you're thinking, you know, chocolate factory. Bruh, when people walked in, the pictures that I saw, it was like a rando lollipop in the corner with like a TV monitor and a poster that's falling apart.
Nah.
Like, it was so crazy. Like, Rosenberg, so there's this room, right? And they're calling it like the bubble lemonade room. And the way it's described, it's like a room where the air sparkles with floating bubbles and rivers of sparkling lemonade, you know? Bruh, it is a fold out table with cups of lemonade just like lined up. Like if it was beer pong.
LLJ.
J. Cool.
Yo, and Willy Wonka's from London. How they doing him dirty like this? How they doing his name dirty like this in the streets?
Yo, so the pictures are so foul. Even TMZ is like posting about it because people are so upset. So all the parents are like demanding their money back. So it was just a hotshot mess, and they all deserve the button for even opening up the doors to such a disaster.
Congratulations.
If you've tuned into the program right now because you heard Candy Owens, going at Rosenberg and
you
Joe
think
Budden.
there's one person who's tuned into the show because
I just wanted to, you know, fulfill the obligation of addressing what's going on the internet with Rosenberg today and let Rosenberg know that I appreciate the promo you did yesterday for the show.
Oh, come on, I got you, bro. Real quick, so it started with 2 nights ago. I saw a picture of Joe Budden and Candace Owens together. Looks like doing promo for a Joe Budden pod.
Good. Congrats, Joe. But that's a good check. Run that on Patreon. You know what I'm saying?
So I reposted the picture and did a face palm. And then my next post, and this is, if you listen to the show, you've literally heard Ebro and I say this countless times. I thought nothing of it went to bed. That's how typical it is.
Well, that's because you remember, hit yourself with the button. You said something that we say on the show all the time on Twitter.
Right.
Well, you get the button because guess
Congratulations.
what? I don't know how much overlap there is.
Yeah, I said, so sick of the idea that conversations need to be had with bigots, trolls, and immoral a-holes. Exchanging ideas among smart, good people is useful. Hearing a hateful hack babble on about hate is not worth anyone's time.
There you go.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
I will mean this forever.
And let me add in there, try to come to common ground.
Let's come to common ground. You make excuses for white supremacy? That's all, and that's your entire brand? Okay, we're not going to find.
Yeah, and just unbridled conservatism.
And grifting and let's be honest, and intentionally grifting and trying to grift
But I need to sit down with you. We need to come to terms.
Yeah, we should talk. And by the way, I want to remind people who are new to paying attention to politics, the Candace Owens of this type of person. Yo, I've been watching interviews and hearing conversations with Ann Coulter since 1999. This whole play has all been run a million times.
They just put a blackface on it this time.
Well, and so there's a different feel here. But Ebro, the words are the same words. We've heard these words. So Candace apparently. I love this, Ebro. I literally slept through this. So I got to my other job yesterday, and my producer, Anthony, was like, oh, man, busy day. I was like, not really. I worked out, took a nap. What's going on? He was like, oh, she didn't see? So apparently, here's what Candace Owens said. She said, I love this so much. I don't know who Peter Rosenberg is, but I want to thank him for freaking out about me and Joe Budden speaking with one another. By the way, didn't know the face palm emoji was considered a freak out. I did not know. Shawnee, it's not like I stuck a remote control up my... You get the idea.
Yeah.
I wrote, she said, one of the topics me and Joe covered is who exactly is behind trying to prevent and fracture black American relationships via the media. Literally, who the hell is Peter Rosenberg, who grew up on one of the wealthiest towns in America, to step to two black people who came from nothing to tell them they shouldn't speak? Who the hell is Peter Rosenberg? Serious question. And then she wrote, Peter Rosenberg, I would like to invite you to shut the hell up when black people are speaking with one another. Ebro is so predictable that someone who literally trades and grifts off of hanging out with racists would call someone out on racial differences was boringly predictable. And then lastly, she said, Peter Rosenberg is a plantation supervisor. His dad,
so
MJ,
she went full on racial.
Yeah, I'm a plantation supervisor.
Oh, God.
Which I don't. In this context, I don't fully understand what that means.
I don't know if he, and by the way, for the audience, Rosenberg doesn't supervise anything. I don't know if he's in charge of literally anything he works on. I don't know if you're the boss at any of your jobs.
I don't appreciate the honest disrespect that you're using right now. I mean, before becoming co-host on this show, Ebro actually hired me. I don't have, one of my podcasts, my two podcasts.
But you got to remember, I was forced to hire you by the Jewish ownership. They forced me to hire a Jewish person.
No,
not because we have a large Jewish population in New York City, and I thought it would be cool to have representation at the radio station.
By the way, you need to be clear that Ebro is joking there. No, he literally individually picked me to work here. No one forced him to do so.
Matter of fact, they were like, "Why are you?"
People will take it literally.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Matter of fact, it was the other way. They were like, "Why do you want to hire this white person?"
Yeah, exactly. Just so you know, my parents don't own a radio station or work in media. She goes on to say his dad, MJ Rosenberg, worked on Capitol Hill for Democratic senators and House members for 20 years, and then worked for AIPAC for 6 years thereafter. You have it fully backwards. My father worked for AIPAC before he worked on the Hill, but whatever. As Joe Budden and I discussed, there's a government vested interest in keeping black Americans ignorant while they are fed filth. A 70% literacy rate is proof of that. Yo, based on the two things she's told me about this conversation with Joe Budden, this is exactly why I said these conversations are not worthwhile. You're already exposing things that are boring talking points that are repeated by people on the far right and have been repeated forever and ever, which is essentially black people are to blame for all problems. Don't talk about racism. Isn't this the same person who slandered Breonna Taylor?
Yes.
And George Floyd?
Yes.
I'm sorry if I don't have time for a conversation with someone who slandered Breonna Taylor and George Floyd.
Well, listen, the fact that you don't have time for that, I got a button for you. It's called Congratulations, You Played Yourself. You need to make time for that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And I'm joking. It's not. It's actually a great use of your time. But I think the most interesting piece is she runs around with literally white supremacists. Literally white supremacists. And the whole turning point thing that she's a part of is literally some far right really, really, really aligned with overt white supremacy that I've never even seen something so overt other than the KKK. It's that overt.
She was the one wearing the White Lives Matter shirt with Kanye, holding hands.
White Lives Matter, all of this stuff. So I just want to say, once again, I appreciate the promo. So anybody that's tuned in because this was going on the internet yesterday, thank you very much. And secondly, I want to say,
I had no intention of that, but it worked.
No, it worked out. It was great. It was a great promo. And secondly, I like to say congratulations. You played yourself, Candace Owens, because you literally hang out with other Jews who are white supremacists, legit white supremacists. And the fact that you're trying to make this about race when all of the talk that you do otherwise is to not be about race. No, she always tries to talk in terms
that
of
it's
like
not
things
race.
Ain't race.
Oh, that's a great point. So real quick, so she's hanging out with white supremacists and pushing a white supremacy agenda.
And also,
but then when people bring up race, she's like, "Why does everyone make everything about race? I'm tired of people complaining about race. It's not about race." Then a white person happens to bring up a conversation about his friend having a conversation with someone he doesn't respect. and it's immediately, why are you getting in the way of black people talking?
Well, no, but
Yo,
then
it's so cheap.
then tries to, and I'm using air quotes, out you as your dad being someone who is Jewish that worked at AIPAC and worked on Capitol Hill, and is now your dad's the agent, and you're the son of the agent that is operating to keep black people from having conversations.
Wait, you mean my dad, who was literally forced out of the media industry that he was in because his views are too anti-Israel?
Yeah,
that one,
guy.
who now has to write on a Substack with like 400 subscribers because he literally was pushed out because he's that far on the left?
Yeah, that guy.
So yeah, but he's controlling lots of things. That's what makes me the supervisor.
That's
Yo,
right.
it's so boring. That's what I'm saying. And that's
I
why
want
I
to go back
respond.
to you. I want to go back to the fact that you literally supervise nothing that you currently work on. I think that's magical.
No, I supervise my house to some degree.
No, wait,
To some degree.
seriously, which podcast do you supervise? Because I don't even think you supervise Juan Ep.
No, I do. Syfe doesn't do anything.
Well, I was gonna say you don't really supervise it. You kind of, it's like herding cats. Like you just
But
kind
I'm
of
the
like,
herder. But I'm the herder. I'm the main herder.
You're the main herder of the cats on the Juan Ep
Yes.
podcast.
And on Cheap Heat, like yes, I have a producer who will organize a bit, but I supervise. I make the decisions on
the wrestling
what we're gonna
podcast.
do. Yes.
But
So, yes, I supervise.
Michelle Beadle's definitely your boss on the other podcast.
No. Neither of us are. We have like a team. That's a real job where like then there's a team of people who herd both of us.
And then at Michael K, you are not even fourth in line of supervision.
No, I mean it's the same as here. I suggest I can certainly talk about what we should talk about, but I don't boss anyone around. I don't.
And at WWE,
supervise.
you're literally you don't.
I'm just a hired talent. I'm not remotely a boss. I'm just talent. Hey, buddy, you're gonna do this.
Ebro.
Yeah, we get the point. Any other jobs you want to make? No, but he's right, though, because it is funny to think about what a blatant... Her entire premise was based on something that's utterly false. You know what I mean? The whole thing. Plantation supervisor. Who's the... What plantation does she even mean? Or she's just trying to tap into...
Right here. Just hit this button.
Guys,
right here.
it's enough.
Congratulations.
I mean, we
Okay,
spent some
sorry.
time on it, Laura. It was hot on the internet yesterday.
Hey, Laura,
we
be
don't
proud
ever
of me.
get in any trouble, Laura. Where there was nobody's getting arrested. Nobody's got charges. Nobody got anything on this program.
No,
so
and
we
don't-
were hot on the internet, or Rosenberg got us some promo, and so he was, delivering on the convo.